Have you ever wondered why you can't find all these Wonderkids? Well, I'm going to show you how to set your save up perfectly. What's going on, everybody? Jamie here from FM Blog. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your Football Manager 2022 save. This will enable you to find all the good players, and when you do scouting assignments and stuff like that, if you've ever wondered why people are finding loads of players through scouting assignments, this is the reason why. And honestly, this can either make or break a save, so it's very important. Follow my steps. And if you didn't know about this, let me know in the comments. So the first thing we're going to do is go to start a new game. You go to career, nice and easy. When you get to this part, you want to press advanced setup. So we're going to ignore all the advanced options. This is more personal preference, whether you want to play with attribute masking and things like that. But the most important thing is going to be your database on the right hand side. You can see up here. Now, a lot of people tend to just press large, and they tend to just add and remove the leagues as they want. What you want to do, though, is you want to go to advanced on this part. You want to go to continents, and you want to add all of these continents. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so as you can see, you've got all the continents loaded. You've got Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, Oceania, and South America. You also need to tick every single one of these. And as you can see on the right-hand side, it's blurred out, but the player list is actually going up and the star rating is going down. Now, honestly, completely ignore the star rating. I don't think it's been right for years. It doesn't affect my games. I will put my specs of my PC on the screen right now while I'm doing this. And the only thing that the player thinks, it doesn't affect the processing times. Now, the players only affect, if you've got a load of players loaded, the only thing it's going to affect is when you go to your player search. It might take a few seconds to load depending on your PC. But it's all trial and error. So as you can see, you've got all these tick now. When you press OK, you've got 439 players loaded. All right, that's perfect. That's what I play at. And like I say, you'll see my specs. If you've got a better PC than me, my PC is about 5-6 years old. So it still runs absolutely perfectly. So yeah, don't be too put off by the estimated game speed. It's always been half a star for me. But again, I've done probably 10-15 years and it's just not slowed down. So there's also one more extremely important thing that I didn't pick up in the last video I did with this. So if you go to the bottom and add or remove leagues, you want to add all the leagues. Alright, but you don't want to have them all as playable. So I'm going to show you this. Let me just go through and tick all these and we'll be back in a second. Alright, so what you can see on the screen right now is I've got all the leagues loaded and I've got just England playable because I'm just playing in England. This is mainly for saves that you're staying in, you're building a club up from scratch and you're staying in that league. You don't have any intention of leaving. Alright, this is how I used to play, but I came to believe, or I came to see that if you have a league as playable, and if you have leagues as view only, the clubs in the view only sector, if their manager gets sacked, they don't replace the manager. Nobody takes over. So in theory, it's kind of easier. So what I've started doing is the big 5 leagues I've always had as playable because obviously the Champions League and stuff, you want it to be as competitive as possible. So I would suggest putting at least 5 or 6 leagues on playable. If you've got a better PC than mine, I would suggest having more on playable. So for example, at this point, I'd probably have Brazil just because I like having Brazil as playable. You know, France as playable, Germany as playable, and then kind of go from there. Another little tip, once you've got all this set up, if you go to game setup and press save as, you can actually save all of this. So you don't have to do this every time. And like I say, this will enable you, especially with the player count. This means more and more new gens will come through every club around the world. And you're going to be able to find so many players with your scouting assignments. Not only just scouting assignments, but players coming into the game will be all over the world rather than just specific places. Obviously, if it's only 8,000 players, you're only going to have 8,000 players at one time. It's going to be very hard to find the Wonderkids. So, but yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you've learned something new, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.